So there are so many buttons on this camera. Did you guys set up yours yet? Let me share you my settings. Hello epic YouTubers, Mike here, and today I'm going to be sharing my custom button settings for hybrid shooter on your Sony A7IV. I've been using Sony system for around 4 years now, and I've been messing around with menus so many times, but this is what I actually came down with. And I'm not saying that my buttons are the perfect way to go, but hopefully it will be a good starting point for you guys who just came into the Sony system. And I'm not going to be making a super long video about it. I'm just going to be super quickly showing you my actual custom button setup. So if you guys need more time, please pause the video and take a look at it. And after I show you all my settings, I'll be rambling about why I have it set up this way. So if you guys are interested, please stick around until the end of the video. So for the Sony A7IV users, in order to change your custom button settings, first you need to go to the menu and go to the setup icon on the way bottom and go to 3 operation customize, and there you'll be able to see customize key/dial settings for still and movies. So here are my settings. So here's a reason why I set it up this way. So first of all, I believe setting up exposure is one of the most important things before you take the shot. So I have the most important 3 things on the dial. The front is shutter, back is the aperture control, and the wheel is the ISO. I didn't really want to actually click on the wheel right side in order to change the ISO, so I just changed the wheel as ISO. And for Sony A7IV, the new button layout, they actually have a movie record button on the top, but I don't really like using the button on the top to record video because I already used the shutter to start recording the video. So it was kind of not useful to have a same functioning button right next to each other. So like the older Sony camera, this is C1. So I have it set up to white balance and C2 as a focus area. And for C1, this is where the old record button position was. I changed that to record. Another reason why is if I'm using a gimbal, I don't really like putting force on the top of the camera, which could, accidentally unbalance the camera from the gimbal. So instead I'll use a C1 that is in the back of the camera. And for C3, I use the Super 35 crop. I actually do use this feature pretty often because I have A7R4, which is 61 megapixel, and I use that feature a lot, and it was very useful in both photo and video. So I have the same on my Sony A7IV. So the AF on button, I have it set up as IAF. This is because sometimes I have the IAF off if I'm shooting, let's say, street photography, and I just wanted to focus on certain, things instead of human. But all of a sudden, somebody walks in and it could be a good composition. Then I'll quickly just click on the AF on button, which is IAF feature. So it will quickly lock onto the person's eye. And for AEL, I have it set up to autofocus, manual focus toggle. This is because when I'm shooting video or photo, when I have something locked on, I don't want it to change because there's moving things in the front or stuff like that. And I can quickly change the focus from manual to autofocus quickly with the AEL button. So I have it set it up on that way. So just letting you guys know, there are only 3 things different on the video side of things, and the first one is the AF on button. So the AF on is set as an IAF on photo side of things, but on video I have it set to gamma assist because on video I'm either going to be turning on IAF or turning off IAF. I won't be able to turning it on or off. So basically instead of that, I have it set to gamma assist which will help me to expose when I'm using S-Log3 or a HLG. Another thing that is different is the C4, which is a trash can button. On photo side of things is creative looks, but on video side is picture profile. And the last one is the left button on the wheel, which is a drive mode on photo, but on video I have it set to mic volume control, because on video side I don't really need to have like a timer or anything like that. It's more efficient to have audio record level when I'm shooting video. And some people might ask, why don't you have like a frame rate or anything like that on my buttons? That's because I actually used memory banks on this camera, the 1, 2, 3 in this camera. If you guys don't know how to set that up, I'll have my video link somewhere here or in the description. So I use that, so I don't really need to change frame rates from my buttons. So yeah, so that's the button layout. And anything that is a little bit more in detail or changing the value, I have everything set up on the function menu. So if I need something a little bit more specific, I'll just jump into the function menu. The main focus of this setup is to never go into the actual menu and just have everything all prepped and ready on the buttons. So I think my button setup is pretty good for hybrid shooting. Hopefully it will help you guys out. So that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please give me a like, and if you guys want to see more camera related video in the future, please subscribe, and until then, I will see you guys later. Peace.